Station, Texas. This is the type of early season game you look forward to, an opportunity to make a statement in a top 10 showdown. It's the Miami Hurricanes and the Texas A&M Aggies. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline.
When you walk into Kyle Field in College Station, Texas, it is so dynamic. From the traditions, the cheering, the crowd in unison. It is straight up and down of electric Aggie pride. This is one of the most unique places you can ever watch a college football game, and we expect it to be just as loud and energetic here today. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. So Texas A&M's headed toward the football to break the seal on this 2027 season. Deep in the end zone, it's Compton. He stopped at the 23, a couple yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Straight ahead, it's Pringle. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
And that's not a surprise. We all knew and talked about coming in. Who are they going to feature? They give it to him the first play, and he chews up and gets a first down. We're going to see more of that. I'm excited to watch this matchup with the defense. Jesse, they better get physical. They better get better in a heartbeat.
Well, and they've got to fight some emotion right now, too, because the fans are excited. The offensive line is absolutely juiced after that opening play. They're now getting lathered up. They're now getting excited. They're pointing to the sideline. Run it again. Run the same play again.
Hit and drop behind the line. He'll lose a yard. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Sets his feet. It's Bailey. Oh, pressure's coming. And down he goes.
It's always interesting to view the good teams, the teams that are ranked versus the teams that aren't ranked. And this defense, man, like, how do they play it today? I love that start. Coming out aggressive, flying around, playing like your hair's on fire, getting a sack to start this game, getting a little momentum on their side.
Turns it upfield. He's not going to get there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down decision. The Canes will line up to punt it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. And he can't quite get it down. Looking for space. It's Rodgers. Breaks into the open. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. Nothing the Aggies love more than saying howdy with a strong running game.
Yeah, how do you like that first down? How do you like that ground game? Like, that's what they've got to be built on. They got to have that toughness. When the Aggies have that toughness is when you see that their best teams are competing at a high level.
Play fake, Reed. Look out. Complete in the middle. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. And the Aggies peeled off a huge chunk of yardage through the air and now back to the line. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Going to the ground.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The play fake. Rolls right. Can hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Well, it was a good throw, it was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
They couldn't connect on second down, now staring at a 3rd and 9. Someone moved a little early and the offense will go backward. They'll take the penalty and move them back. Still 3rd down, but a little less manageable after that penalty. Here's Reed to throw. He'll pull it down and run. Stopped right at the 42-yard line as this defense forces a 4th down.
And that's one of the advantages on defense of forcing a 3rd and long situation. You can go to your dime personnel package, get a lot of those smaller, faster bodies to deal with a mobile quarterback like this who sometimes will try to scramble. That time there was just nowhere for him to go.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. Marcel Reed to throw for it on 4th. Fires to the wideout. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going.
You got to give this quarterback a ton of credit because he showed tremendous confidence on that throw. That wasn't just trying to throw to the sticks. That was being aggressive and throwing it down the field. Not a high percentage throw, but he had confidence in his guy to win one-on-one, and they keep the drive alive.
Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they've knocked him down at the 17. 9-yard pickup on 1st down, and now they can take a shot on 2nd and short. From the red zone, it's Rodgers. He's stopped, but he's got enough to move the chain.
Basic run plays. I don't need a bunch of complicated stuff sometimes. I just need to get the 1st down and get the sticks moving.
A&M comes back out with another 1st down. Throwing Reed. They're all over it. Way off target there.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right. Was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
2nd and long here. The give. Got enough space. Runs it into the house. Touchdown, Aggies.
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise in the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TD.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. So it's an 80-yard drive, and they finished it with a beautiful 15-yard run for the score. Fielded in the end zone. It's Lyle. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Back back to throw. It's Bailey. Back's got it on the screen. Turning it on. 9-yard pickup on the play. It's now 2nd and 1.
And he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If he could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head.
And you see this so much in college football, man. Now, short yard situations, you give it to your QB, you get the extra blocker, and it's just really hard to stop, man, because he still is a thrower, and there's still that threat. But nice job being physical on the line of scrimmage by this offense.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
So difficult, because my eyes tell me as a defensive guy, he's handing it off. The offensive line's block and run. I got to go get it. Quarterback pulls it, throws it to the right. It's kind of like that hidden hat game. Like, where's the ball? I'm always trying to find that daggone thing.
And the Canes are flying down the field. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Comes down, it's Pringle. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. Running backs just have to be a weapon in the passing game, even for little dump-offs and checkdowns.
Yeah, find your matchups. I mean, you think about running back versus a linebacker. We like that matchup in space, and so find ways to get the football to your running back in space where you can break tackles and make things happen because they're just so dynamic.
You know, these throws to the perimeter of the field can be so tricky for a quarterback. You've got to be pinpoint accurate and have great timing. You didn't see it there from the QB.
The 12th man putting a stamp on this game right now and bringing it on third down. Drops back, it's Bailey. And they can't make the play on third down.
And that doesn't happen very often. That's their go-to guy. I love the way they move him around the field, and they try to attack the middle with him to get the ball in his hands and let him do some damage. And he shows you the drop. Okay, it's in there, but it doesn't happen very often.
Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Got his man. And he's brought down, but they believe the offense could convert the fourth down, and it paid off. Texas A&M has the lead at the end of the quarter. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Cuts it upfield. It's Pringle. They're trying to send a message with this running game. He stopped after a pickup of 4 to the 33. Guys, let's look big picture Miami. They reached a national championship game last year, couldn't quite get the job done. What challenges do you see them running into this year beyond the schedule?
And that motivated them all offseason to be runner-ups, to watch somebody else celebrate and hold the trophy, and you were so close, Jesse. New additions, new faces, but this squad is hungry.
That's the key. This coaching staff really took a deep dive into their roster, and they isolated the positions that they felt they needed to get better at, and they addressed that with high school recruiting and the portal. I'm expecting big things from them this year.
Looking down the middle, and he's gonna score. Touchdown, Hurricanes!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Texas A&M has it back on the offense, ready to go to work. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive did.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
The Aggies in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Takes the handoff. It's Rodgers. At the 45 on his way. Finding some room. He's got 50 yards rushing already here in the first half. It's a season opener, but he's in mid-season form. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Motion from the wide receiver. Reed on the play action. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
What a nice answer by this defense. You give up the big play, you respond right back, you get the sack, create some momentum for your side. Nice job by this defense staying with it.
Now facing 2nd and long after the defense came up with that sack. And he jukes the first guy, made him miss, and picked up a few before being brought down.
Yeah, and it's a nice decision by the quarterback when you run these RPOs. Man, if you can give it to him and you can get such positive yards like that, continue to do it. Make that defense react a different way, then I'll throw the football.
They need a huge play on 3rd and long. He's changing the play. A run for the quarterback. He is stopped at the 47-yard line, and that's not nearly enough to move the chains.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. Reed to throw for it on 4th. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Not going to get there, and the decision to go for it on down does not work. The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied, and the timeout is gone. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had it. Much better field position this time around. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. You can really set the tone for what's possible in your season in early season showdowns like this, both in the top 10 and both with the loftiest of goals.
This one's fun too, David, because we had this game circled in the offseason. We knew this was going to be a really good matchup early, and we're going to find out the answers to a lot of questions we have about both these teams.
Well, and sometimes it's hard to figure that out, right? Like, you don't get till mid-season, you're like, oh, they haven't played anybody. Out the gates, 2 top 10 teams, we get to find out really quickly who's legit.
To throw, it's Bailey. Rushes on, and they got it.
Sometimes you beat your guy and you get sacked so clean, and sometimes, like on this play, the DBs do a great job covering, make the QB hold the football, and then the rush gets home.
Nice directional kick there, like a solid iron shot. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. The run inside. It's Rodgers. They'll mark him down at the 40 after ripping off 10. And the Aggies come to the line in the hurry-up.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down. And listen, you got to reload. Oh, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
And he's swallowed up immediately, stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Guys, let's take a minute here and talk about Texas A&M. The portal can work wonders if you have specific holes to fill. Breathe a little new life and energy into the program. David, these guys went in there, got a nice little haul that really could set them up for success this season.
They did, and they didn't go bonkers and go crazy, Jesse. I like how they just saw a couple guys that they thought fit their system, fit their culture, and now they're bringing them in so they can rise the tide of this team.
Yeah, this feels like a curated roster, right? They only had a few holes that they had to fill up, but they went out, they put their effort into finding the right guy. They feel like they've upgraded their roster with just a few portal additions.
He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
And the defense gives up the first down. And here they go. They're going fast. No time to substitute. Got to communicate quickly and get back on the line of scrimmage.
Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down. They'll need a bunch on second down. He's past the marker. Finds a crease at the 20. He's got 99 yards rushing in this first half, and he is making quite the impression in the opener. The Aggies pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Driving forward, it's Rodgers. Might have a chance. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run. The offense threatening. Close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at 2nd and goal. So Miami signals for a timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Trying to run it in. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. The Canes will go ahead and call that 2nd timeout. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. The defense trying to make a stand on 3rd and goal. They'll move the wide receiver. Now a timeout was called. Play clock was all the way down to 2. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Third and goal, where the fire purifies and separates contenders and pretenders. Reed. He wants it all. And that one's going to be incomplete. I don't think he got a foot down along the back of the end zone.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close so quickly.
And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. Wow, look at this. You could take the lead with a chip shot field goal here. Instead, they'll try to finish this drive with a touchdown. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Touchdown, Canes! And what a turn of events as this defense gets the pick 6.
Dude, from 4th and goal, backs against the wall, you don't want to give up points to. I'm putting points on the scoreboard. What a play by this defense. Nice break on the football, gets the pick, finds the green grass, and takes it all the way back for a touchdown.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Reed. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Escapes the pressure going right. At the 35, he's got room. There he goes. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work. The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. Making the adjustment. Back to pass, it's Reed. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
And we've already seen this movie early in this football game, and he already has a touchdown, and they're seeking him again. And there's a reason. He can run, right? Like, he's one of their go-to guys on the outside, and you can tell they're trying to use him early and often in this offense.
Single back formation, and they give it to him. Couldn't fight his way out of his grasp.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Here comes the heat. Hits him inside the 20, still going. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Texas A&M.
And that's a great job by this offense. That's how you work the clock. You want to take as much as you can and punch that ball in the end zone. Masterful clock management, and they now take the lead going into that.
And you just got to wonder, too, David, how does that affect the confidence of a defense, right? They needed to find some way, somehow, to get a stop, limit the damage on that final drive. They give up a touchdown. They're going into halftime now, trailing. They've got to raise their level of play in the second half.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Guys, we welcome you into the Week 0 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We begin with a look at SMU taking on the number 11 team, the Oklahoma State Cowboys. And it's the Mustangs, setting score records in multiple offensive categories in one of the highest scoring games I think I've ever seen. 2 teams who were very familiar with the end zone today.
Here comes the Aggies offense out to start this drive. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Making the adjustment on the play.
Stay. Ninja.
Here's Reed to throw. Rush right in his face. Just a Baryshnikov-like move on the sideline to tap that toe and get the first down.
Really good job there on the pitch and catch. You think about Texas A&M and their ability to recruit receivers in recent years. It's been about as good as anybody, I think. You think about names like Mike Evans, Christian Kirk. They're getting guys not just in the state of Texas, but nationally that want to come to College Station and they want to catch passes in this offense. They knows they gives them a chance to play on Sundays, and this guy, I think, is going to be one of those guys that we're seeing playing in the league.
To the air, it's Reed. He rifles one deep to the left. Intercepted, and that's not how you want to start a half. Got some room to run. He's at the 20. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. And the offense suddenly with an opportunity it couldn't have expected with a first and goal after the pick. They put the brakes on it.
Here's the thing. I know this guy's not going to win the Heisman Trophy, but he's a pretty talented football player that's made big plays for this offense in the past. They have not had any success when they've given him chances so far in this game. And in the third quarter, you're getting a little nervous, I think, if you're the head coach, because he's a guy you need to have success if you're going to win.
This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough, and now the offense faces third and goal. Quarterback keeper. He'll be stopped short, could not drive his way into the end zone, and now they're faced with fourth and goal.
And how about the response from this defense? Put in a horrible situation, horrible field position. Jesse, they bowed their necks 3 times in a row.
Yeah, and it's a sudden change situation, and they practice that all week. You never know when they're going to come up, but you have to have guys on the field playing with a sense of urgency. This has been awesome defensively.
And on fourth down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. And he kept that one just straight enough to graze inside the left upright. And with that, they've taken the lead.
Well, they're able to get a field goal and put 3 points up on the board after getting that interception. You would have liked to have seen the offense do a little bit more with that possession, give themselves an opportunity to score a touchdown. But listen, teams will take 3 points any way they can get it.
So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
They give it back to him. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front seven tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
From the gun, on third down, it's Marcel Reed. Trying to escape and get it himself. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there, threw the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big third down conversion by this offense.
Finds a crease, it's Morrill.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Throwing Reed. He's going to run it. He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run.
The number one key for this defense coming into this game was finding a way to stop this quarterback from running the football. And guys, they have not done a good job of that early in this game. He has been able to get out of the pocket, whether it's been designed runs or scrambles like on what we just saw. The defense has got to start changing it up. They need to spy him more, I think, moving forward.
They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
And I think one thing people don't take into account is not all 4th downs are created equal. Like, right, this is a shorter 4th down. You're on your side of the field. You're down. You're trailing in the football game. So I think this offense might have to take this opportunity to be aggressive, try to make this 4th down conversion, and try to go down the field and get some points on the board.
Timeout taken here by the Aggies. That'll be their first. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. Texas A&M will have to boot it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Makes the grab at the 10. Taken down right away. They'll snap it from the 10 for the first play of this drive. From the gun, it's Pringle. Sees a crease. He's past the sticks. Wide open on the right. He's at the 40. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Miami. He got a step and just dusted the field.
What a big-time run. He's still running. Over 90 yards. That's one of those when you're running to the end zone, you're looking behind you, you're looking on the Jumbotron to see if anybody's going to catch it, and nobody's going to catch him on that huge touchdown run.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Cranking up a drive like that can really get you going. It's first down from the 44. Looking for a crease. It's Rodgers. Driven back.
Well, it's a negative play trying to run the football, and I think if you're on offense, you got to be thinking about throwing it now. You're trailing by a lot. You got to get back in this game. You need tempo, and you need explosive plays through the air.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Quarterback changing the play. Reed. Timed it perfectly to knock it free and forces the 3rd down.
And if this offense is going to get back in the football game, those are the plays they have to make. Like, they have to make contested catches. They got to find a way to get some points, to create some explosive plays. Those 50-50 balls, when you get your hand on it, man, they got to start making those plays.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. On 3rd down, they're in the gun, it's Reed. Out wide right, it's Cooper. Texas A&M ready to go with another first down. We've reached a break, and Miami is holding onto the lead. We take a moment to look at the stats of what has been a tight ball game. And we're just about ready to go with the final quarter. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. Keeps it on the ground. He's got enough. Past the 30. Out of bounds right at the 20-yard line. Edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on a score.
How nice is it as a play caller when you've got a running back as good as this guy, right? I mean, you can just dial up conservative run calls. Nothing has to be too tricky, too fancy. You just know he's going to go make good things happen. Even when it's not blocked properly, he is still finding ways to rip off long runs. This guy now has over 150 yards.
Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
And the defense is finally able to find an answer for this quarterback's legs. He's been killing them early in the game, already over 40 yards rushing. Here we are now, though, in the second half, and it looks like they've made a few adjustments. That time, they were able to get in the backfield, get to him, and bring him to the ground.
Running inside, it's Rodgers. Down he goes.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
And we might as well state the obvious. First and second down didn't work out. Third and very long. Changing the routes with his receivers. In the gun, third down, Reed. Fires one high and deep. Makes the grab. That's his first catch of the season. They believe he is a freshman who can contribute a lot early. A first down run on the doorstep. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Texas A&M. PAT unit on the field. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. So they put together a 9-play, 75-yard drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Canes offense comes onto the field looking to put together a drive. That last score the defense allowed made it a one-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
And this offense has really done a nice job on the ground. Like, the ground game has been solid, man. Nice job opening hole.
First down here in what has been a highly entertaining Week 0 game. What a welcome to college football for this season. To the ground, he's got it again. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
Man, it's so nice to have a guy that you can depend on. Like, this offense is built around him for a reason. Just a good running back. You can see, gets north-south, doesn't dance, picks up positive yards, breaks tackles. He's just a really good player, and that's why this offense runs through him.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Right side, it's Moore. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes, only a pickup of a couple.
For a wide receiver screen to work, you've got to have better blocking out in front by other receivers, and they're just not physical enough at the point on that last play.
Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Back to throw, it's Bailey. Under pressure. He makes a catch. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down. And the Canes will snap it on 1st and 10. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Pringle. Got the first down. Maybe. And he slipped through the crowd and he'll house it. Touchdown, Hurricane.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a two-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Aggies offense will have another go at it. Giving up that last touchdown was an absolute killer. Now it's a two-possession game. They must get something here. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. Good start to this drive, and they'll need much, much more if they're going to give them a finish.
They need a ton more of this, but you got to start the drives great. The first play needs to be really good. That was a good start. Now we got to keep building on it, and we got to do it in a hurry.
They make the tackle, but not before he picks up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback signaling to his guys. Reed. Oh, pressure's coming. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
Left side, it's Morrill. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
And he stopped, but not before he moves the chains. Pick up of 12 on that one. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. Lining up from the 34 on first down. Here's Reed to throw. Unloads to the wideout. He's got an open man. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Scanning the field, it's Reed. Backs looking for the goal line. Touchdown, Aggie! The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive. And with the extra point, they draw closer. It's 31-28. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Fresh setter downs going to the air. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. Texas A&M will use its second timeout. They'll get together to decide how to play this second down. Long way to go on second down. Keep it on the ground. Got the first down. Oh, he's got some space. The 50. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. They used a chunk play to cross midfield, and they've got it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. Hits inside. It's Pringle. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. Now the Aggies will use their last timeout. And now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout. What a show both of these teams put on today. Couple of outstanding squads, hotly contested.